Ladies and gents, we are back with game number 2 between Gambit Esports and Team Empire. Hope Gambit Esports taking control of that first game. It was maybe a little bit up in the air in the early game, but as soon as that tier 2 tower on the bottom lane fell, Gambit Esports just took control of the map. Once again, I'm joined by CartDota Cart. Looking forward to the second game. Maybe no PL this time, maybe no OD.
I don't know if they'll go that far. Gambit planning out their Wisp this time. Guess they just don't want to play against it. Don't think they'd get it a second time.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I've been told it's one of those heroes that if you don't have first pick, you just instantly ban, because otherwise the IO +1 combination 90% of the time will always come out.
And Empire is first pick here, so
yeah.
Gambit just not wanting to deal with it. Binding out the Dazzle standard, banning out Brewmaster for Empire. Brewmaster, from what I've seen, pretty strong. I know the first day when it came out, I had people playing building carry Brewmaster, going like Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, just going for those crits. And it's actually it's pretty insane what that hero can do now. I don't know if that's the build that would necessarily be happening outside of a pub game.
Yeah.
But of course, the Cinder Brew being reworked to any magic damage now, it's a pretty strong buff. And just the activatable crits and mischances is pretty insane in a fight. So he's really hard to deal with. So I'm not surprised to see him banned out at all here.
I thought the whole fire elemental damage being reworked to proc on that was a little bit too far for Dota. You know, I'm not surprised to see that being reworked to magic damage, but it just means that literally, what, 99% of heroes have a way to proc that, and it refreshes, and it looks horrible to play against. And yeah, I'm not surprised it is ban out. Rubik being picked up for Empire Hope though does get through the bans.
Do we get to see a mid Rubik? That would be something.
Maybe. I mean, Empire Hope, it's their survival game, so maybe they're going to try and pull something different out the bag.
What I'd really like to see is a core Ogre Magi with Dagon.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the Lich.
So, Lich, Axe is... Right, to start with Lich, I thought when this hero got reworked, it was like, this is going to be great, because Lich isn't any fun to play against. It isn't really any fun to play with. It's only fun if you are the Lich, because of the sacrifice. So this rework is going to be great. And then this bullshit shield came out. This ice shield.
Yeah. Lich shield is insanity. Even in late game, the amount of damage block it offers, the pull. Lich can control a fight so much. He has changed from like a Q and an R in fights into so much more in terms of utility. Frost Shield is just so much more interesting than it was before. The pull, if the Lich's positioning is good, is really nice to have. And then of course Chain Frost is still Chain Frost. So Lich's utility has been greatly increased at the cost of a small sacrifice, if you will, to his laning stage. But it's definitely a very fun hero to watch now. And Empire going back for the Undying, maybe feeling that the hero is still good and thinking they can execute it better than they did last time. Because like I said last time, I feel like they never got to take a fight on the Undying's terms what they wanted. So maybe they'll pick they won't pick a Morphling and an Arc Warden. They'll pick something that's a little less bold, something a little bit easier to execute, to just run at people early game and get what they want here.
Yeah. I think Undying, even though he's been nerfed, he's still a really strong, scary hero. The Axe Lich combination though, it's a hard one to come up against. The gaze into maybe the Blink Call with the Ice Shield on top of those counter helixes. Gambit Esports, I think that's going to be their offlane. I'm like 90% sure that's their offlane there.
My main thing is they're going to put the shield on the Axe, and then Axe is going to blink in, and that will be ridiculous, but we'll see what happens. And win rate, did win rate get changed? I have no idea.
Wind Ranger has literally not been touched since 7.20 came out, and I am really disappointed because I love that hero, and I think she needs a little bit of a, maybe a little bit of a buff, maybe a little bit of a rework to make her viable, but Gambit Esports looking to force it in.
I think Wind Ranger is fine. It was never the most popular hero, but like a while ago, like I don't know when was Wind Ranger starting to get like picked again?
It was
like
around
4 or 5 months ago. Yeah. I think she's fine the way it is. After she started to be able to get to move after using Power Shot, you just have it continue going. I think the hero is fine. I'm not sure where it fits into Gambit's lineup right now, but clearly they have some sort of strat for it right now. She's probably really fast and hard to deal with in the early game due to Wind Run and how the boots move now, and how boots work now.
Yeah.
Probably some sort of offlane position. She probably stacks null tallies, but she already did that.
Oh yeah. Just thinking, because she was, or when I built her, and the majority of the builds I saw for the Wind Ranger was phase boots, and with the way that the phase boots work now, that it's chase while attacking. The Wind Ranger with the phase boots, it could be quite good. I mean, obviously there's more to the hero than just the phase boots ultimate, but you know. Yeah, the Phantom Assassin got this free, it's not free, it's 30 mana for a smoke on a passive that doesn't break while auto-attacking or casting spells, if I'm remembering correct. Breaks within 600 of a hero.
So my experience with this hero so far is that I think it's a little broken. So what happens is, it's supposed to not cause you to be invisible until you are within 600 units of an enemy hero or building. However, if you activate it in a team fight, it gives you 0.75 seconds of invisibility before dispelling. So it's actually really strong because she can just disappear for like 0.75 seconds. And I was playing Luna the other day, and this PA was like 300 HP. It's like, all right, I'm totally going to kill this PA right now. And she just thinks on top of me, and I'm like casting Lucent Beam, and then just disappeared, killed me.
Oh yeah, Phantom Assassin.
It was super unfun to be surprised by the person I was about to Lucent Beam disappearing and then critting me. It's like, ooh, that's it's something. So it's definitely got some utility to it right now. With Q, or with her new ability, I think it's really strong. And the Phantom Strike attack speed got buffed as well. It's no longer 4 attacks. It's now for 2.5 seconds, which can be considerably longer, considerably more attacks than 4 attacks. So we'll see how that goes. And now we have an Invoker coming out. Did Invoker get changed? I don't think so. No, he did not.
No.
So, yeah. And then the Centaur. The Centaur got, I feel like he didn't necessarily get nerfed, but his role in the game has been changed. I don't think he's as much of an early game powerhouse anymore, because double edge damage got nerfed a bit. Stop damage is now like 80 damage less at level 4, 20 damage less at level 1. Stampede cooldown got increased by 20 seconds level 1. So he's quite a bit weaker.
5 seconds remaining.
At the earlier levels, and of course he lost return. It's retaliate now, but I feel like late game, it's really odd how retaliate works, right? Because you gain charges every time you're attacked by an enemy hero or tower, and you can be activated to give you a percentage based attack damage for 20 seconds. So like, is he like a core now? Are we seeing like heart stacking double Centaur because it's 6, 9, 12, 15% base damage of your strength increase? So like you just like build 2 hearts and then you like activate retaliate and you start hitting people for like 400 damage or right click. I'm not sure if we'll see that kind of thing, but like he's still Centaur. He still has an AoE stun. He's still double edges, although it does do more damage now later in the game. It scales as a comparison to the early game that it was before. And I guess, like, you know, it's still Stampede. It's 20 seconds longer at level 1. It's 30 seconds longer for the cooldown at level 3. So, like, hero is definitely nerfed, but I feel like it might have some sort of a new place in Dota, and we'll see what happens. I want to see heart stacking Centaur, double-edged people for like 800 damage, because it's at max level. It's 300 base magic plus 100% of strength as damage. So we'll see what happens. And Terrorblade coming out.
Terrorblade no longer sunders through BKB. I think this is a massive change to the hero itself. It's a late game change, right? It's coming into the late game fights. You can't just go, I'm going to take anybody's health I want. But Terrorblade as a hero still, I think, extremely strong. And with the
I mean, a lot of things about Terrorblade are still Terrorblade, right? The big difference here is that it is much easier to engage on a Terrorblade now, because before, even if you had BKB, right, you could be sundered. So you always had to like be so cautious when dealing with the Terrorblade. Like, you had to make sure he's stunned, you had to chain lock him now. But it's gonna be like so much easier for just like a BKB carry to run a Terrorblade now, because he cannot sunder anymore. Of course, everything about that hero that was strong is still strong, but in classic Ice Frog philosophy, he's changed something that was a somewhat important part of the hero, but not the most important facet. So a little bit nerfed, easier to deal with, but still an absolute threat here. And I don't know, Empire kind of, between Terrorblade and Invoker, kind of going for these really two cores that don't do a lot early on. And Gambit going for the early game fighting. I imagine the Ember Spirit will probably go for the magic build. So then you've got that. PA can fight really well just with their spell and just spamming daggers. Lich, the Axe, the Windrunner. I feel like their fighting is really cohesive. And like, Empire have Terrorblade and they have Invoker. And like, I'm wondering where their damage is right now between the Centaur, the Undying, and Rubik to do things early game. Like, sure, they can toss in the Sunstrike, but like, with Centaur's reduced damage, like, are they going to be able to burst anyone? Undying's not particularly known for his burst damage or his ability to actually just kill people in general. He's kind of just more of an AoE, I am here now, and you have to deal with me. But he doesn't kill people. And Centaur no longer kills people. And I don't see anyone on their team that kills people unless there's 5 of them, and it's like 25 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. I like Gambit's draft much more here, though.
Yeah, just looking as well, the Phantom Assassin, like you were saying about the attack speed, it no longer needs to be, if I'm remembering correctly.
It's no longer singular target now. It applies to everyone.
So Angel drops that tombstone, and Phantom Assassin can just dive to a close enemy, you know, use that attack speed to take that tombstone down in a matter of literal seconds, and then that's no longer an issue in the team fight. Maybe he gets close enough to take down the Undying as well after that. So they do need to look out for the control onto the PA, I think, here.
I'm not sure that PA wants to be jumping onto the tombstone, just because the tombstone is generally placed in a really dangerous spot, and that might kill the PA, but
yeah, but
I guess they don't have a lot of great ways to deal with the tombstone right now. But I also don't know if that's the greatest concern for them. I don't think it's a very major concern at all.
Yeah.
No, not right now.
Could be worse. Oh wait, no, it couldn't.
Ooh, the tip's coming out.
Tip's coming out.
Oh no! Oh no! That's everybody.
Top lane, Axe. Well, they see him. The Sunstrike's going to be there. Axe takes a little bit of decay, a little bit of a Sunstrike, and he's just going to walk it off because the Wind Range is close by as well. King
Axe has 5.4 regen now. Jesus,
it's pretty big. Yeah,
that's the new change, right? They changed how the regen formulas work based on strength and everything.
Yeah,
having 5 regen on an Axe, that's ridiculous. And he's actually rocking double stats too. I've actually seen this in like a pub. Did Stout get changed the way it works? Because like I saw in a pub, I'm like, well, that's just pub players for you, right? They'll do anything. People are stupid in pubs. But now I see this guy rocking the double Stout shield, and like maybe there's like something to it, and like Stout wasn't directly changed, but maybe just like I don't know.
So from what I've seen,
something had to have changed, right?
with the double stout, what the Axes do is they'll ignore this first wave. They'll then walk themselves between the tier 2 and the tier 3, pick up the second wave, and then walk themselves into a creep camp, and let the creep camps and the enemy creeps take aggro. This is why Angel is chasing him down, because this is what he does. He just picks up the second wave, gets the counter helix, pops a tango, walks himself into a camp, and then takes all the XP from both the camp as well as the enemy creeps. Meanwhile, you've got a ranged support putting harass onto the Terrorblade, who's popped the metamorphosis. He's got this one wave, but then after that, it really starts to put pressure onto either the hero or the tier 1 tower, and the Undying has to choose between coming back and supporting his hero or trying to contest this axe in the jungle with these creeps.
I'd say it's a little bit of a double kind of edged helix here. If you would, the axe doesn't really care about this Undying stealing all of his strength. Like, it's a little bit annoying, but like Undying has now run out of mana, and now he's not going to have any mana in lane.
Yeah.
So Undying Axe is kind of just happy to run around all the live long day here. Undying has like 1 more cast, 2 more casts before he runs out here, and Axe is doing fine. The flip side of this is that Terrorblade has really high armor, so he doesn't really care about getting hit by creeps a few times, because he has 12 armor. They don't really hurt him that much, and he has like he doesn't have a quelling yet, I'm sure. Actually, he does. He does have a quelling. So it's really easy for him to last hit creeps on the tower here as well. So I actually think this is worse for Gambit than it is for Empire, because Terrorblade has no qualms about just hitting these creeps on the tower. And you can kind of see him just dragging the enemy creeps to like creep camps and getting these kills himself. And Axe is just
this is 4 waves.
He's being the Pied Piper right now, dragging along all of these creeps. This is something. And the thing here is that Wind Ranger now has no CS as well, so like Empire is so much levels of okay with this right now. Although Axe is now going to eat all of these creeps, and that is going to be a nice bit of money for him.
He's actually going to pull another wave as well.
He's just going to go get straight. He's just going to go Vanguard. They might even kill this.
They're going to get the shackle now as well. The right clicks the counter helix. Is it going to proc? It's going to be Kingar that picks it up. No counter helix to get that kill, but Kingar still gets it. In fact, Wind Ranger picks up the first blood. Might be better off for her, as it looks like the Terrorblade is just trying to do what the Axe was doing as well. You just pull these creeps into the neutrals, and it's a little bit more firm for yourself now as well. The right click's going to be coming out for Kingar. He does have the Blightstone to do a little bit more damage to the Terrorblade, but like you say, it's 14, it's 12 armor after this Blightstone applies, and Dream really doesn't care about being right-clicked for the most part.
Welcome to 7.20, where Axe just runs in a circle because of the new map changes and just hits these creeps. Goodness gracious me. He has a Vanguard at 3 minutes. He can do this all day. You can't stop this man.
Yeah, just goes for another point into the counter helix. He's got the call.
Die?
Oh, he might die. One more right click. Undying.
I think he's trying to kill himself to the neutral camp. Oh wait, his courier is coming.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the Vanguard yet, but he's alive. And
well,
he's dead.
now he's dead.
Now he's dead. His courier making the great journey over there. Maybe not the most thought out. But
meanwhile, on the bottom lane, it looks like they are going to be able to get the kill onto Lich. Vansco does prop that ice shield, and now Moon going to be taking tower damage as well. Ember Spirit might be able to get the return kill. Slight Fist comes out. Sayu just going to walk himself away from this, and looking at another lane for once. Yeah, this was...
Yeah, it was fun, but let's
get back to the Axe.
What's going on everywhere else right now?
Oh, this is going to be the shackle onto the illusions, but Dream, the call comes out, and Dream might still go down. The right clicks. Can he get the counter helix? Kingar picks up a second kill.
So we've got PA versus Invoker in the mid lane. Pretty even trade so far. Definitely in favor of PA by a little bit. She's got 4 more denies, 2 more CS. She's got the Arcane Rune to spam daggers out, and she is a little bit ahead of just the Invoker in XP. They'll get level 6 around the same time. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, struggling a little bit here is Ninja.
Yeah, the Storm's going to come out. Moon, oh well, it's going to be a double shackle there by Ninja. He's got the Slight Fist up. He wants to go to Telekinesis back now as well, but Moon going for the body blocks. The Ice Blast is there as well. It looks like Ninja will be able to get himself away. Burly, Sunstrike going to dodge it off, and we'll be able to salve him. No, the Fable cancels the salve. Oh, that's big. Can he get in range? The telekinesis is down. He's not going to be able to get in range anyway. So Shrine is there. And it looks like Afro Ninja might just be able to heal himself up. Yeah, going to be able to go for that.
That's a little bit of a feel sad, man. Getting yourself cancelled by Rubik like 2 seconds later. But yeah, this bottom lane definitely in favor of Empire here. This Centaur getting 31 CS to his name right now. The same as his Terrorblade. PA pulling even further ahead right now in mid lane. Now 10 CS up. That is pretty huge. But Centaur is doing pretty well for himself. Maybe we will see the heart stacking Centaur, as previously mentioned. That would be something for sure. Great way to start the new patch, especially with this all this action shenanigans that's been going on. But
well, they're going to try and chase the Undying down on the top lane. Tombstone's going to be dropped. Sayu comes in with the TP now as well, but the counter healing, so they're going to be able to try to chase down Angel. It's actually going to be the Fable that takes down Kinga. The Tombstone will drop, but now, Old, what's he going to be able to do here? Undying is on 80 health, one more counter helix, but he doesn't want to go into the trees for this. He's just going to TP himself back to base to heal up, and now Axe. It looks like the price is going to come onto the tier 1 tower. Terrorblade doesn't care. Terrorblade is doing Terrorblade things in the jungle. And now the siege creep as well as Axe. Axe takes the aggro, like you say. He's not actually picked up the Vanguard just yet. Still got that double stout. They're going to go for the deny. It's not enough damage from the Rubik.
He's got his Vanguard now, though. And a boot at 6 minutes. That's really insane. I'm going to go play Axe and ruin a pub after this, I'm pretty sure.
Have you been inspired?
I have been inspired. I'm going to go double stout. I'm going to run around in that circle. And I'm just going to make everyone else's day miserable. And it's going to be great. But
Moon on the bottom lane, he's going to be shackled. The ice shield did come out as well. The right clicks, even the gaze being committed to make sure he can't get some sort of stomp off. Didn't have the stampede, but that will be a kill going the way of Afro Ninja.
Mid lane, King R is laying in wait with an Invis rune and a shackle shot, waiting for Invoker to misstep here. But nope, he's just getting us decide to break it. He's going to take his D ward, and he's going to go about his merry day. And so what we'll probably see now is, with this Vanguard, Axe is going to keep running around here. He's going to...
He's going to find Sayu. Does he go for the Berserker's Call? It looks like Sayu's just going to be able to get himself away. There's going to be the Battle Hunger coming out just to make Sayu a little bit more miserable as he tries to right-click him down. Also, he's going to be taking a lot of damage from the tower now as well. The chase is on 3 heroes, but Windranger to back up Axe, and Axe looks like he is just going to back away with that 14.6 regen.
Yeah, so... What I was about to say is, I feel like Axe is just gonna run around up here, and like Windrunner is gonna stay here too, and they're just gonna try to cause as like much chaos as possible. Like they're gonna run at this Terrorblade in his jungle camps. They're gonna run at the tier 2, and they're pretty unkillable for Empire right now unless they dedicate several heroes. And as you just saw there, even Invoker was starting to walk up there. They have 4 heroes up here, and their only hero who is not involved was like Centaur. And so Ember's going to farm. PA is going to get even more ahead if they're allowed to do that. PA now 26 CS ahead of Invoker. That's a very sad Invoker.
Invoker's going to drop the Ice Wall. There's going to be the gaze coming through. Vanskar, I think, does go down. Okay, we get a pause from Lich as he drops the Ice Shield and dies. That's a BM pause, so lags. But it looks like Hemisphere, the Stampede has been committed now as well. Is there any TPs? It looks like they're actually making an arrow from the Undying saying, go top, we'll find this Axe, we'll get kills because the Lich can no longer TP. We've got the 3 heroes here. But Afro Ninja, where does he go from this? It's actually going to be Moon just getting a little bit of harass from the neutrals as well. Farming those up. It looks like he's actually got himself a personal hut. The TP going to be coming up into the top lane now as well. Sayu being chased down. It's going to be Axe. Maybe with this kill. He does have the Cullen Blade. Gets Kingar a kill. And now Kodos comes in. The Tombstone's going to be dropped. Kingar just windrunning himself away. Well, is he going to be able to get himself away as the mana drain comes through? EMP. But I don't think... Yeah, Old's got enough for the call. And now Kodos, the power shot comes through. The Cullen Blade, but the wind... The one charges, sorry, not the wind charges. Going to be keeping the Invoker alive and healthy there. And Old just backs himself away. Doesn't really give a hoot about this Undying. But the Wind Ranger will. Sunstrike, though, being cast. And now that's not going to be there for the Axe. Chase comes out onto Angel. And now the Cold Snap as well. Old just with the Ice Wall. Is he going to be able to get himself out of this? I think... Finally, we might see the death of the Axe. Of course, we won't see the death of the Axe. Axe, he's going to man up, go back in. The Decades come through. Does he just try and get in there? Well, now with the Terrorblade right clicks as well. Did he save this for the Terrorblade? One more right click. It should be enough with the Metamorphosis. Goes the way of the dream.
This is the Axe show. And while he goes down, It took them like 30 seconds to kill that axe, and everyone else is farming. The PA is farming, the Ember Spirit is farming, and meanwhile Invoker and Terrorblade are tied up, clicking an axe who takes like 20 damage a hit and regens it 1 second later. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're probably gonna get the mid-tier one here.
King Guard
That's
came
like
back
just
up,
gonna get
gonna go for Wind
clicks.
Ranger. And Sayu, yeah, Fable just gets back to his tier 1 tower.
That's so much commitment. That's the Invoker trying to just die, trying to like go up, secure a bounty rune, and trying to kill a level 5 Windrunner. Invoker has so much better things he should be doing with his time right now. Like he's poor. This is a very, very, very sad Invoker. He's worth less than his Centaur by about 500 gold. The axe is richer than him, the Ember is richer than him, and the PA is most definitely richer than he is. He's not having a great time. And he has an urn at 10 minutes. That's his item. He doesn't have upgraded boots. He's got 2 null tallies and an urn. And that does not feel good if you are this Invoker right now.
I mean, they're even going to be giving the lane up to King Guard. Do you think he looks for a couple of kills here, the Invoker? Or do you think this is just going to be this Roman Invoker? He's got the urn. Maybe he looks for a couple of kills, looks for those cold snap combinations as well.
I mean, yeah, he's going for those cold snap kills. And he knows that he needs to try to do something. But like, as I was kind of saying earlier, watching the draft,
yep, Stampede's going to be there as well as the stomp onto the Lich, and Vansco, I don't think he gets himself away. Yeah, definitely doesn't get himself away, and the Ice Shield even being stolen there by Sayu. But the tier 2 towers are going to be put under pressure by Alpha Ninja as well as Ult.
but yeah, as I was kind of saying earlier, watching the draft, they don't have an awful lot of damage. And so he's probably picked up like this urn, like trying to be the urn invoker, trying to get his cold snaps off. And well, it's pretty annoying. I don't know if it's a match for this axe.
Well, it looks like Axe, the
dying.
gaze comes out, Tornado as well cancels that off, and Axe will go down. Vansco does get the return kill, and now the Chain Force is going to be bouncing about the Invoker, though it takes a couple to the face. Vansco still ticking down to this urn, it won't be enough to kill him, and Ember Spirit going to be trying to get himself in here now as well. Does have a Remnant charge to get himself forward. Does he have another one? It looks like the Undying came in just to help attack the Shackle. Isn't going to latch in. Archangel should be able to get his team out. Will be able to get his team out as the Invoker will now regen up with the 3 quas. That is a lot of regen per second.
Meanwhile, the PA is farming.
Yeah, gonna go
Almost
for the
that Battle Fury. Gambit, I feel very, very much okay with this, even with the death of the axe. The axe is fulfilling its purpose in life. He even has a Splink Dagger now. Like, this axe cannot be sad anymore. The saddest you could make this axe is if he doesn't get like a blade mail, but like, they've kind of accomplished everything they want. This axe doesn't have to farm anymore. He doesn't have to meme around cutting creep waves, taking like 4 people to kill him. They can just go around and try to get kills. And here they are smoked right now with this fresh Blink Dagger coming out. Centaur not the kill they really want though. They're going to try to probably go for some sort of jungle invade, but nobody is home right now. Empire thinking that something is up, and they are absolutely correct.
Yeah, keeping themselves close-ish together on the bottom side of the map. Vansco, King are not going to be able to find anyone in the jungle, like you say. I think Axe might just make a move now. Moon is getting pretty close to the river. There's no tier 1 tower. Yeah, Axe is going to be coming in, and Moon needs to run himself down the river. Looks like the blink isn't going to be enough. Will the Stampede, though? He turns himself back into it. The Battle Hunger Tombstone's going to be dropped, and Old is separated from the rest of his team. What's he going to be able to do? He's just going to try and go for the Tombstone. It's going to be healed up. Chain Frost does come out. It's going to be bouncing through the Illusions down as well. Goes back to Moon, bounces up to the Terror Blade. Afro Ninja gets the kill onto Archangel, and now just looking at Moon, are they going to be able to get anything else in this river? The blink forward onto the Invoker. The goal comes through. That Frost Shield as well, doing a lot of damage with the power shot as well. Kodos, it's going to be the Remnants coming through the Shackles. Is it going to be there? It's already been used now as well. It looks like they're going to be able to get another couple of kills. It's going to be the double kill with the Culling Blade. And Axe picks himself up a double there.
Axe saying, come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Getting those kills there, and that's what Gambit was looking for. They managed to find it. It looked like they wouldn't at first. It looked like it was a little bit sketchy, but they're completely fine with how that went, I am sure. Killing off the Invoker and the Centaur there, not losing anyone, and the PA still farming.
Yeah, they're just buying space.
Is keeping up, much to his credit, Terrorblade is keeping up impressively well with the same amount of net worth as his PA is. As his team is falling apart around him, Dream is finding ways to farm, and I'm impressed with his performance. this game, but will it be enough? Ember Spirit, almost to his Maelstrom. The magic damage Ember will be coming online soon, and if Dream, will he be able to hold up to the pressure? I'm not sure. They do have the Centaur to get him out. They do have Ice Wall. They have a lot of ways to keep him safe, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Terrorblade, however, is Terrorblade. We'll see how it goes. He does have the Manta coming out in about 100 gold, so he's not feeling too bad about himself right now. Things are going okay if you're Terrorblade. Everyone else, not so much.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like you say, it is a Terrorblade. If there's a hero that can win the game solo, it's Luna, but Terrorblade is a close second, you know. But they're going to be going into Roshan now, Gambit, as well. 15 minutes in, and they're confident enough with this Phantom Assassin. He's not actually picked up the 3 armor corruption just yet. He's only level 14, but with the Blightstone as well as the right clicks coming through from the PA, Roshan is going to be mincemeat within a few seconds, and Empire just can't respond to this. They're grouped up on the bottom lane. The Sunstrike does come in, so they scout it out, but that's just a little bit more damage going the way of Roshan, so maybe a thank you note being sent with a little bit of help. The Invoker helped out with the...
Meanwhile, Empire sitting in the bottom lane, maybe trying to get some sort of trade. The smoke is coming in from Lich Windrunner and Axe, though.
Yep,
Trying
but
to
look
find
at this.
some sort of kill.
2 right clicks and Moon is down to pretty much no health. Dagtag, it was actually a dagger and a right click, but the dagger flies up now onto the high ground. There's going to be the call onto the Undying as well. Is there going to be a gaze? The gaze comes out after, and the remnants fly through. Archangel, it's actually going to be the Terrorblade, not the Undying. Excuse me, got a little bit mixed up there looking at the mini map, but that's a big kill.
Goodbye, Terrorblade. We knew you well. Yeah, it's not enough right now for his team. Can't keep him alive in the current state of the game, and PA is just farming. She's going for a Sanjin Yasha. Maybe we'll see like the Holy Trinity, and she'll build all 3 stat items. But I don't see any reason for PA to get a Kaya in any capacity. But we'll see where she goes after Sanjin Yasha. Presumably a Basher, most likely a BKB, because these are professional players and they are responsible people. And he most definitely needs a BKB against a Centaur, a Rubik, and an Invoker. And even the Terrorblade now, because Sunder no longer goes through BKB. So I'm sure that's where this PA is going next after the Sanjin Yasha, which he almost has, stacking up these items incredibly quickly.
Yep, even going to be able to find a couple of illusions just to maybe boost that gold a little bit more. 26 yet, another 52 gold just off those 2 illusions. Took no time at all. In fact, there's going to be the blink into the river now with the Berserker's Call. There's going to be the power shot coming through as well. PA drops in, and with the gaze, there's nothing Moon can do but stir and die.
Another kill for PA. More blood for the Blood God.
And now, that is going to be the
Sanjin
SNY picked up. Yeah.
You got that item in like 4 minutes. He got Battle Fury at like 13 or 14 minutes, and he has another like 4,000 gold item ready. PA
That's
sitting pretty on top of the world here.
Yeah, while taking time out to farm Roshan as well. The blink comes in. It's actually going to be catching 2. The tombstone's going to be dropped. It's going to be a good one if they can get this. But the tornado comes through as well as the tombstone doing a little bit. Old, is he going to be able to get himself away? The cold snap's coming through. Shackle, is it going to be Latch? And now the Stampede as well. The Chain Frost bouncing through though. This might bounce back to Black Archangel, and it should be a kill if it does, but it actually bounces to the creeps. So they take down the Axe and the Lich, and Kinga will be able to get himself out safely. Afoninj wants to go in with a Sleight of Fist. Needs to be careful though. There is a Blink Dagger on the Centaur Warrunner, and now Dream. He's got the entire team behind him. Can he stack up? Look for this tier 1 tower as the tier 1 tower goes down to the PA. PA will be TPing himself in here with this SNY. And now got the BKB queued up after that. Will clear off the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Stays healthy. And Darkseid, he wants to go. He's got PA, you know, he's going to do PA things. Just smoke himself up, move in with this Battle Fury, and maybe look for a couple of solo kills if he can find it. Afro Ninja is backing him up with the haste rune now as well.
Alright, so remember that time last game where Centaur in trouble?
Game crashed because, you know.
Alright, well, Centaur is in trouble. He's being chased by an Ember and a PA. He's juking his way around the trees. There is no help coming for them. The Centaur is going to die. So remember that time last game where Gambit blinked in an OT and a Shadow Shaman to like 5 heroes, and
Yeah.
they died. And I was like, I don't know why they did that. This was a little bit of a similar situation. All right, we have another fight going on. Axe is going to go down to the Invoker, Terrorblade, and Rubik. Too far from home, nobody else nearby. I feel like they're being, Gambit's maybe being a little bit loose right now, feeling themselves a little too much, both with that play and the one that just followed. Kind of just getting too aggressive. Like, that Axe blinked onto the high ground ramp. They didn't have any vision of the high ground. They didn't know who was there, and they just, like, got flanked and closed upon. And it was a bit of a problem for them. However, PA has not died. It's just the Axe. They are giving away gold, though, so they should try to be a little bit more careful. But they're fine with how things are going. Just, kind of got to rein themselves in a bit. And now Axe having his Blade Mail. Windrunner just picked up her Maelstrom, so now she is a threat to be reckoned with her damage. And Ember Spirit still farming, sitting on about 3.4k gold, going for a Lincoln Sphere here. So he's going to be difficult to take care of.
And I'm back in the game now. This 2-2 tab being pressured. The Wind Ranger, item wise, it is going to be the support with the Maelstrom. How did Empire really kind of react? Because it looks like every fight is going Gambit's way, even when Empire try and start it. It is 13-11, so there's not a big difference in the kills, but it just looks like with the PA now online and ready to participate in the fights.
She's almost got BKB now too.
Yeah, it's massive, and well, the PA is massive. What's the plan here from Empire?
If you're Empire, you have to go for some kind of you have to utilize Stampede, most definitely. You have to try to bait in Empire in some way, shape, or form with like the Axe Call, force staff your hero out, Stampede away, and then try to like reinitiate on your own terms with the Hoof Stomp. So you need to try to like get them clustered together, use your Invoker spells to like kind of CC them. And just like, you need to kite them in general. The problem is that PA doesn't have a lot of problems with being kited due to the nature of Blink Strike. She's just fine if this fight draws out. So even if they do like Stampede away and get away from like this initial call, they're probably not going to kill Axe during this time. And it's very difficult for them to kind of take any fight, but I feel like they need to get themselves into the superior positioning, and Centaur ult can definitely help with that. And he's actually going for Ags, and the ability to just run up cliffs unimpeded, huge positioning wise. So maybe that's their play here, and he is indeed going for the Ags, about 1k into it already. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I'm just watching King waste the Centaur's time on this bottom lane. Even the Terrorblade was looking for the chase, but it's just Wind Ranger is such a pain in the ass to be able to get in and get out with that wind run, and doesn't even have the blink dagger and still evading the Centaur. The Centaur was hiding in the trees, looking for a blink, just thought, oh, the Wind Ranger's gone now, your blinks out, and then Wind Ranger pops out with the wind run, power shot, cleans up the wave, and there's nothing the Centaur can do.
This is going to be a dead tier 2. That's a double damage PA with a brand new 10-second BKB. There's no defending this if you are Empire. Unless you have a bit of a death wish, but they're just going to let go. They're fine with that.
The TP comes down to the bottom lane now as well. With these Syrian chains, it's going to be keeping the Centaur Warrior just in time for the Blink Axe with the Blade Mail. And they find themselves a kill onto Moon once again. And it looks like everyone's going for BKBs.
Even Axe getting a BKB now. And that is terrifying to deal with.
And Dark's going to be coming in. Those daggers flying left, right, and center. Oh, the cleave takes down the Rubik. That is just a tasty, tasty Phantom Assassin. Picking up 2 kills for the price of 1.
That was the 10-second BKB usage, maybe a little bit unneeded there, as the Invoker was the only one who could interrupt that. And interrupt it he would, but it's not like they had a Centaur to come in and TP. So maybe a bit unneeded, but he wanted to be safe. So safe plays, always the best kind of plays.
Yeah.
And he just got 2 kills for his time. So he's fine with that. He's going to keep farming. Now going for that Skull Basher, picking up items at an insane rate still. He's picked up like... he has to have been rocking like 800 gold per minute, 900 gold per minute for the past few minutes, just getting constant kills with how this game's been going for him.
Yeah, 24 minutes in, and he's got a net worth of nearly 20k. That's pretty ridiculous for a PA. Actually,
he's doubling everyone that's not Terrorblade on the Dire side too. That's a scary PA.
The Invoker is invis. Kinga's going to see it though. He's going to be spun up into the earth. There's going to be the ice wall coming through. Sayo lifts him, telekinesis and back. It looks like the axe on the other side though. They are going to be able to take down Moon, and now Kinga will fall. They're going to be able to take down the Undyne as well. It's going to be the double kill for Old. What's he going to be able to do here? He's only going to be able to die. It looks like, yeah. Ember Spirit looking to get himself away, but Phantom Assassin, the BKB is up now. Does he want to try and chase this as Dahax does take down the Rubik?
2 for 3. PA wasn't involved in that fight. Okay, PA actually changing it up from the Basher, going for the Scotty. I guess wanting to just making sure she can secure the kills. I personally feel like Basher would have been a little bit better, just due to the nature of Stampede. Basher will stop somebody from stampeding away, Scotty will not. But well, unless there was something with Stampede change. But as far as I know, it's still a fixed movement speed, not like Spirit Breaker ult. So yes, it's still fixed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess she just wants to feel a little bit more tanky as well. Make sure she cannot die in these fights. Sitting on 2100 HP right now. Definitely a force to be reckoned with.
I mean, I suppose with the Skirty as well, it's when you throw that dagger out, it's guaranteed slows as opposed to a maybe stun onto 3 heroes with the split dagger. So it could be that Phantom Assassin just thinks, you know what, I can slow maybe 3 heroes, pick them off one after the other. Whereas with the Basher, maybe one of them survives. It's a pretty scary Phantom Assassin, so maybe not likely, but you know, there's always a chance.
And here's the Scotty. Good God, I was gonna say he hasn't picked it up yet. Maybe he's gonna be responsible and have his buyback as well, but he doesn't need it because Roshan is right here, prime for the tick, and he's gonna get rid of this Wraith Band. He's gonna pick up the Aegis, and that is a terrifying PA to deal with right now. They're gonna scout out Roshan, but who cares? You cannot stop this. Nobody can stop this.
The Sunstrike comes out, and yeah, it's. I don't know. I think Gambit. They've definitely got the upper hand here. A 19k net worth lead. If I knew the button for it, I'd check what the win percentage was, but it's probably going to be pretty high.
There's a button for it?
There is, or there was, or... But I don't think I have it set on my my hotkeys, so it will remain a mystery.
In any case, PA, level 23 now. Almost to that 25 talent. 25% blur or plus 5% coup de grace. I wonder what we'll see. I would say probably coup de grace, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the blur goes, nobody, as far as I can see... I mean, who's your right-clicker? Terrorblade? Maybe the Invoker? And
Terrorblade has a Scotty of his own, actually. Probably gonna go for an MKB next. Definitely needed this game.
Yeah.
Here comes the fight, though.
Yeah, Phantom Assassin, it's... I would, in my 2K scrub opinion, I go for the coup de grace, but... You know, pro players... And it's not like he's got the BKB as well, so he's not like he's under threat from the Bloodthorn or anything like that. It's literally, once the MKB, it's going to be the Blink Call onto the Terrorblade, the daggers, but he's going to be spun up into the air. Dream, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? The Hux goes in with this BKB pop. He's actually going to change targets now onto the Centaur, and then once again, going to be blinking onto the Terrorblade. Chainfrost bouncing through the 2 heroes as well. It looks like it might be enough to kill the Undyne. Can they get another? Well, with the Blink, the Hux is going to be able to pick up the kill. The buyback comes through from the Undyne, but he no longer has the Tombstone, no longer has that Flesh Golem. And 3-4 heroes go down on the side of Empire. It could be 5, but Kodos is going to be able to get that Ghost Walk off. Do they have any reveal for this? It's going to be the... Ooh, are they going to go in? It's going to be with that Tornado. It looks like the Hux still gets the kill. And now Undyne. Buyback's coming through from the Centaur as well as the Terrorblade. It's going to be a 2-man shackle with a power shot through as well. The Hux just right-clicking him down. The Undyne goes through. Buyback's from the Invoker now as well. But this tier 3 tower on the bottom lane, Sunstrike, he just dives forward with the Maloney. He's going to be cold snap up, but PA looks like he's going to be able to get himself away healthy. Now Kinga is going to be popping the dust. And Kodos, does he get himself away from this? It doesn't matter, the GG has been called. But that is going to be the second game going the way of Gambit. PA, too big to handle.
That last fight right there was kind of the epitome of the Terrorblade change. PA just diving at Terrorblade without fear of Sunder because she's under BKB. In a different patch, that would be totally unacceptable. Terrorblade would Sunder the PA would die, and everyone would get upset at the PA for feeding. But BKB, it now guards against Sunder, and we saw that change to a great effect in that last fight right there. And Empire in both of these series just kind of going for these greedy kind of cores that don't do a lot early game, and they're getting punished for it. This Undying, simply picking him is not enough to get your early game off the ground here, and Gambit taking it 2-0.
Yeah, so that is going to be the first series of the day. We do have another best of 3 coming up. It's actually going to be the losers bracket. Let me just try and find the schedule. So yeah, it looks like it might actually still be at, just looking at the times now, 1700 CET, so a couple of hours away. I'll find out 100% what's happening. I'll throw a break screen up, some music as well, but
Yeah.
for now we'll take a break and then we'll come back when we know a little bit more.